Insert in.
What is up, spooksters and Pac-Man fans alike? Welcome to Analyzing All of the Pac-Man Ghosts, Part 13. There is actually a bunch of ghosts still left to talk about. If you're new to the series, this is a video series of me talking about all the Pac-Man ghosts in the entire history of all the Pac-Man games, TV shows, products, and stuff like that. And it's a fun little series where we get to talk about and discuss and analyze all the different colors of ghosts, all the different types of ghosts, what's the meaning behind the ghosts, and why are they named what they're called. And it's just a really fun, long journey. So anyway, let's get started with Part 13. Number 1. DJ Ghost. DJ Ghost appears in the PS1 game PacMan World, the original PacMan World from 1999. He appears in the cutscene where TacMan first appears, and he's conducting and doing the music on the vinyl records for TacMan's birthday party, where TacMan himself is an interesting character that he wishes he could be Pac-Man, but he actually isn't. Inside of TacMan, spoilers, it's actually the gray ghost of Orson. But I already talked about Orson in part 1, I think, of this video series. But anyway, the DJ Ghost has a brief appearance, but he's pretty significant, actually, because we've never seen a ghost like this before. This kind of ghost that has to do with music, so he is unique. And he's doing the music for the party, and he's got these really big, cool looking Pac-Man glasses. Wouldn't it be cool if they released those Pac-Man shades for like the 20th anniversary of PacMan World? Which is kind of weird because at the time Pac-Man was 20 years old, and now it's been 20 years since PacMan World. Anyway, apparently he's a really bad DJ because TacMan doesn't like what he's doing.
I wanted gold streamers and red balloons! The DJ stinks, the banners are
I think it would be cool if I went to some sort of random house party and the vinyl records were just moving on their own. Like a ghost was actually the DJ of the party of the night. That would be thrilling, wouldn't it? And in real life, if a Pac-Man ghost would be my DJ, I mean, I would just like that for the novelty of being able to say I attended a party where a Pac-Man ghost provided the music for the affair. But TacMan is selfish, or Orson or whatever, and he's complaining and whining and bitching and moaning about his party, and he's a very miserable ghost, and it's explained later in the story for the finale of PacMan World when they discover that TacMan is really Orson, the ghost. So, despite how simple Pac-Man has always traditionally been, PacMan World was a very special game in that it was the first game that tried to introduce a complex story to the Pac-Man world. And it was really cool at the time and interesting, because it was always confusing when you first saw TacMan. You were like, well, who is this supposed to be? And that's your reward for beating the game, is finding out the mystery of TacMan. But then again, there's also the mystery of the ghosts themselves, like the DJ Ghost. Why does he have such a small appearance in this game? And how come this little DJ Ghost never appeared ever again? It would be awesome if he appeared again, but whatever. Number 2, Festus. Festus is a green ghost from Pac-Man Ghost Muncher Uni-Wars, which is a hack of the original Pac-Man game. I think Festus is an interesting ghost because of his name. In Latin, Festus means joyous or festive or, happy, joyful. Could that possibly be why the person who made Ghost Muncher put that as the name of this ghost in particular? And at the top of the screen, when they introduced all the ghosts in this game, it says Leisure and Allied. I like this dialogue written for introducing the ghosts for this game. It's different than the dialogue they have for introducing the ghosts in the original Pac-Man game and Ms. Pac-Man, for instance. Also, Festus's name reminds me of the Seinfeld episode of Festivus, right? With George Costanza's father and how hilarious that was, and Kramer and everything. Does that mean we can assume that Festus would be invited to Festivus? I mean, how could you not think of Seinfeld when you see this name, Festus? Also, does the ghost Festus celebrate Festivus? Or, here's another scenario, a third scenario I'm making up here. Were the parents of Festus, did they celebrate Festivus and they decided to name their child after the holiday, but just kind of change it up a little bit? Okay, I'm getting really wild here. But anyway, it's a fun name for a ghost, and it's a unique name too. You don't expect that to be the name of a ghost. Number 3, Astronaut Ghosts. I really like the idea of ghosts in space, just leaving Earth. Then again, in the Pac-Man games, are they even on Earth anyway? That's a whole other can of worms to open up. Or can of ghosts or packs or whatever. And also, if a ghost is on another planet and needs an astronaut suit, why would it even need a helmet? Because ghosts doesn't need to breathe, right? You know, it's just like it doesn't make sense, but that's what's fun about it. It's fun that it doesn't make sense, and that you can think of all these weird things and stuff. And number 4, Mulk. Mulk was the big baddie villain, the creepy, evil, monster-looking villain with very sharp claws from Pac-Man Adventures in Time. He only appears at the very beginning of the game and the very ending. I don't think he's actually a ghost, and that's my opinion, but the game leaves it as a mystery. So why should I consider this a Pac-Man ghost and even put it on the list of all these videos? Well, there is one indication actually that maybe Mulk used to be a ghost, or he has a connection to the ghosts for some reason. Why? Because the way he communicates with Inky and Clyde in the cutscenes, it's like Inky and Clyde, they imply that they can understand how he talks and what he means. And also, why is this mysterious creature even teaming up with the ghosts? There has to be some weird connection there. I think this is not a ghost, but a weird alien creature, and he convinces Clyde and Inky to get him the golden power pellet, which he breaks. It's like an ancient artifact, and now Pac-Man has to travel in time to collect the pieces of the golden power pellet. The idea of a golden special power pellet is pretty cool, because the power pellet itself was already special, because it's the thing that turns Pac-Man super or whatever, so that the ghost would turn blue and he can just eat him up. But now we have it even more special. Now it's a golden power pellet. And the game itself, of course, doesn't explain what is so special about the golden power pellet, but it has something to do with time and history or something. And I don't know, it's almost like the Ark of the Covenant or the Holy Grail or something you'd find in the Indiana Jones movies. It's significant and special to time and space and the universe of Pac-Man or something. So due to the fact that Mulk has a connection to the ghosts and he's able to communicate with them and talk to them, I feel like it's debatable, because Mulk could be a ghost, maybe. Mulk is this strange character that only appeared one time and one time only in Pac-Man The Adventures in Time. I also quite like his white, mysterious eyes. Kind of reminds me of The Undertaker from wrestling, that when he rolls his eyes back. He has all this kind of weird knowledge about the ghosts and the power pellets and stuff like that. And even his head kind of resembles a Pac-Man ghost, like the oval shape and everything. And even the eyes are sort of like a Pac-Man ghost's too, but not exactly. He's probably just some weird alien. But then again, his connection to the ghosts, I mean, the game doesn't give us any answers, so it leaves it up to our imagination, which is actually pretty cool. But again, this is another great villain character from Pac-Man that really would have benefited to see him appear in a future Pac-Man title. Just like a lot of other great villains in Pac-Man that I've mentioned before, same thing goes with Mulk, if that's how you even pronounce his frickin' name anyway. I love his design, I love this character. Anyway, that wraps it up for today, boys and girls. This was part 13. I hope you guys liked the video. Please like and subscribe. Anyway, my name is SuperPat98, and I will see you guys again real soon.
DJ Stinks!